31. Fabulous view up there.
Circle through.
Sure, there. Cloud cover, so we're ready to get all these tall buildings in our neighborhood here in the service. Killer rents and killer prices. Quoting up to the Lincoln Tunnel this very moment. If you're living in the village and you're struggling for rent, that's for sure. Not that they're all struggling, mind you. A lot of the Hollywood crowd keep apartments here. Have to.
Ferry terminal, Jersey side. Further back on the Jersey side was Hoboken. This is what I was calling Hoboken earlier. It's actually, what was it, Newport? Newport, New Jersey.
Woolworth buildings been there since 1913, and then to the left of it, that shiny silver one is a brand new apartment house designed by the architect Frank Gehry.
The Woolworth one with that spire.
Now, this lower end of Manhattan has a big mix of old and new buildings. Now,
that's the Woolworth, I guess.
The new ones, of course, are more practical. But the old ones have the fancy designs and the swirls and the twirls and all that. They don't bother with it.
Now we're down to Jersey City on that Jersey side. There was Hoboken, and then it was Newburgh, Newport, and then now it's Jersey City. It's just one after the other. Down on it, building. Funky looking design thing there.
Notice the outer wall is a curtain wall. It's not helping to hold the building up. So that means the inner structure is stronger. That's one of the mistakes they made with the Twin Towers. The top were right in front of the towers. The towers, of course, were way over them. Now, these two were badly damaged in the attack. But they've been restored, and they're functioning again. Just starting to come into view between the two of them is a round glass structure called the Winter Garden. Now, if you come down here, go into the Winter Garden. There's no charge. Your best overall view of the memorial area is from the back of the Winter Garden.
Oh, yeah.
I recommend you do come down here, especially if you're an American, although not everyone was a... Folks, this young lady standing here before you in red is one of the photographers. She's going to look away to show you your picture, and you can decide whether to buy it. Some others on board as well. Now, if they don't find you during the trip, when we get back to Circle Line, they'll be set up shop on the pier. You'll see your picture then. One day of New York Harbor. Meanwhile, we're going around the southern tip of Manhattan Island, which we call the Battery. At the beginning of the War of Independence, the Americans fired from here, and some of them building it into shops and things. And this ferry boat tied up here is one of the ones that goes out to the statue and to Ellis Island.
Governor's Island.
Folks, we're going to hang a left here and head up the East River.
And I forgot the name of that fort.
Brooklyn, another part of New York City, on the western end of Long Island. You can go over to Governor's Island, walk around, ride a bike, and they have concerts and stuff on Saturday and Sunday, right through the summer.
That's Brooklyn I'm looking at, right? Honey, Brooklyn will come up on the left.
So So here we go into the East River. That's the Brooklyn Bridge up there.
Here's the East River.
Now, folks, all these big buildings along the Manhattan waterfront are given over to the world of finance.
That's Wall Street here.
They're becoming a nation of nerds. All those people, kids on the boat, you know, we have charter out to a bunch of kids. They all sit there looking at everybody that, like other Americans, New Yorkers have fought and died for us all over the world. We have paid our dues, that's for sure. South Street Seaport. Old as they are, they do have engines, folks.
Yeah, I'm saying they had to be, that wasn't all wind power.
Now looking over at Manhattan, see the little building with the orange roof right behind the highway? That's the police museum. That's an interesting place to visit.
Where's that? Street, Wall and Broad? I thought Wall Street referred to a whole section of Lower Manhattan.
It
but
does,
it
that's
does,
the
but,
beginning of it.
But that's the, okay. But that one building though is the...
This is Wall Street right up to the pier. Now that tall glassy building is the German bank, Deutsche Bank. All his witnesses. Now they give you the time and the temperature, but the sun is right on the sign. It's kind of hard to read.
Headquarters for the
But I
Jehovah's
think the
Witnesses.
temperature topped out today at about 80. It said there's 81, is that? Somewhere in there. The Confucius Tower
Lower East
apartment.
Side. Used to be immigrants, now the rents have gone up, like you said.
Blue Bridge is the Manhattan Bridge. It goes back to 1909. And look over
Just
at the
passed
park
under
on
the
the right
Brooklyn
here,
Bridge,
folks.
now
There's
it's the Manhattan
carousel in the glass building.
There's the Brooklyn we just passed under.
I think they're running it to. Look to the right there. See, they pose for pictures with the skyline in the background. You sent those guys back to school, taught them how to use a slider. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways.
Williamsburg
Gonna
Bridge.
go by the Brooklyn Navy Yard over here on the right.
Yeah, this is probably
Hold on. Patience. There she is. There's your
Williamsburg
shot.
Bridge.
Those of you who can't see it, it's the statue under right, almost. Although the days are beginning to get a bit shorter, a little bit shorter. Scoops at the end here. See the red and the blue? That's what they used to scoop the raw sugar out of the hold of the ship. You know, we would be coming by here in the summer, in the days when there was all the working plant, and the
Sunset shot.
If you're not taking pictures, please sit down.
I don't think he understands English too well. I think he's not. He didn't realize.
Folks, when I put on quite a show, especially the Empire State Building, they've been using a whole bunch of lights to celebrate the Olympics for about a week now.
Manhattan from the other side, of course, coming up. Coming up the east side of Manhattan here.
Can point out the
East
Empire
River.
State Building again, though.
Old Empire State Building. And there's the Chrysler Building. That dark now next to the MetLife Building. Top of the Chrysler Building.
Long before the
Long
subway
Island City.
trains and the ferry and the
Must be part of Queens.
bridges, a long time ago.
That's the... Wait, is that the Empire State? No, that's the Chrysler.
Chrysler.
Bunch
That's
of waving
Chrysler.
to you there. Andy Warhol mold. So even though it doesn't belong to Pepsi, they're getting some good advertising out of all this. It's a ruin on the near right on the
59th
island. It's the
Street
ruin of a
Bridge.
hospital built in the 1850s, and the floodlight, the part facing Manhattan.
The old hospital from the 1800s.
1 year older than the Empire State.
There's the UN. The hotel's right near.
Now, they have very tight security at the United Nations, but they still have the guided tours every day. Building and the older buildings are all building. So you have two huge medical centers back to back.
Another medical center. I forgot what he said it was.
This farm right here in Manhattan. Folks, you're a nice audience. The only way I can really reward you is to just pipe down. Stop talking.
Up here, 17 again. Way back. Sailing ships.
The island. Take all the pictures you like. You may go into.
They turn on the lights in our
Turn on the spotlights. Supposed to turn on the floodlights when it gets dark. It's getting pretty dark. Maybe he's waiting for the floodlights to be turned on.
Wait, did that just happen? Did they just turn that on?
That's the Freedom Tower.
Come back, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and here we're saying harbor lights. So as we get deeper into August and early September.
Intrepid CV and 11 that we were at earlier today, and that's right in front of the